Hey, Lex. Hey. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Right, it's a day party. For sure. What's up, Naya? Say it ain't Roto. Yeah, it's long time no see. How the fuck are you? Where you been at? My day went really well. My day went really well. It wasn't productive, but actually, I take that back. It was. I've been doing some rearranging to my area, to my bedroom, and all that stuff. So my day went well though. How was yours, Patricia? That's right, Scorpio. Y'all get the likes up. Your Peloton class. What that mean? You don't kill two stones. What is that? Could you explain that to me? What's Peloton? Winter. You have. Where you been at? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Sierra. How you doing, sweetie? You been cleaning and organizing your room too? Yeah, I recently bought a new bed, you know, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made. Y'all, my bed lights up and shit. One of these days I'm gonna do a live from my bed and let y'all see it. It got lights in it, and I did not know that. Like I literally thought it was a regular bed because I saw it at the daytime. I bought it from this warehouse, and like when they came and installed it, like the niggas like I guess plugged it up, and I was like, are my eyes deceiving me, or is like my headboard lit up? That shit is clutch, actually. Drag Aries, man, you already know. Fancy stationary bicycle. Mm. You got the bootleg Amazon version. I'm on my exercise bike and I do my classes through the Peloton. Oh, girl, why I'm thinking like it's a class. I'm like, oh, I wish you the best of luck in your studies. Oh, okay, your exercise class. I think I've heard about that before. I got a friend who be doing those. Amityville horror film. What's that? Don't go too hard on these Aries moons tonight. You already know we finna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. You been come on, booked and busy. I hear you on that. Yes, hit the like button on your way in. That's what I need. I want a home gym. That seems like it would be a really good investment as well. Yes, sleep well, DMX. My sun moon twin. Hey, famous nobody. I if y'all follow me on Patreon, I did a reading, like a transit reading. And I've been and I don't like being right about death predictions just because like, what am I gaining here? But I did, not to toot my own horn, but I did say from the very beginning, from like the very moment they put him on life support, that I just felt like this was his soul's exit point. And just transit wise, like you transits don't lie. Transits don't lie. So it was time. It was time. And people, I think Western culture, we have a view of death that makes one fearful of it just because, it's the unknown. And a lot of times we're boggled down by dogma and like religious, the doctrine. We're indoctrinated with certain ideologies that can make death very fearful, and it's always going to be a bittersweet thing. But with certain people, and not to be love and light on that love and light shit, where everything is just peaches and rainbows, because it's not. But like, there are some people where it's like, how do I explain it? Like when they go, it's kind of like a relief, if you get what I'm trying to say. Where you kind of be like, if you're thinking about what's best for them, yeah, it was time. It was time. So, yep, 15 children. He's a Leo South Node, so all them kids. And then I did another video on Patreon on some other discoveries, because, you know, I put on my little conspiratorial hat just a little bit. Um, because I got my theories. What's up, hi Mike? After your breakthroughs and losing your mom, death no longer scared you, and that's good. Well, I mean, it's not good, but it's like the blessing in disguise, right? So it is what it is, man. It's the great circle of life. Whose page? Oh, the girl from I remember when she was a little girl. She was in that movie Beauty Salon, I think, with Queen Latifah, and then she was in Power. The lighter skinned girl. I can't. You said Paige Heard, but I forgot what her character name was on Power. Wasn't that Lauren? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know that was his goddaughter. I've recently found that out as well. Excuse me. No, Earl was a Sagittarius sun. Wait, are you talking about Earl like DMX? Because if so, he's a Sag sun, Virgo moon. Do I believe in reincarnation? Um, kinda. I I honestly don't have any set in stone concrete beliefs in terms of what happens when you leave here. Um, I got my theories just like everybody else got their theories. Um, and you know, reincarnation is plausible. It's another one that definitely makes sense, but I'm of the belief that it's like, because my Jupiter's in the 11th house. So I was actually um agnostic for a long more well, I was atheist for a minute, then I was agnostic. And then as I began my spiritual journey, this is just a long way of saying I don't know. Like I don't I think as human, at some point, humans need to be okay with not having all the answers. And I get that's where the role of spirituality and even like occultism and religion for some people, that's where those things come into play, helping you understand like existential questions. And I mean, things that have been contemplated since the beginning of human history. But um I also think there is a lot of wisdom in just saying, nigga, I don't know. Have you died yet, nigga? Can you to like, I don't know. Like, do any of us really know? No, the fuck we don't. So, I mean, you gonna find out sooner or later. I ain't trying to rush that shit. It is what it is. What's up, Lily? Your fathers that help you get a better appreciation for life. You stop neglecting yourself, and that's excellent. Another really good, you know, blessing in disguise. I've heard of that. Die in threes. Mm. I don't want no reincarnation once I leave this world. You want to be gone for good. Well, that's why they say it's important to live as much into your north node as you possibly can, because that's what the girls are saying. That's the path out of, because until you fully embrace the lessons of your north node, you remain stuck or trapped in the south node, and then you come back and you do it again and again and again. Y'all can have this, all y'all. What? I want to end the reincarnation cycle. So y'all over planet Earth, understandably so. I don't know whether I want to make it to 99. Yeah, don't nobody want to be 99. Have your body deteriorating like that. The fuck? I mean, the average lifespan is like 80, 70, 80. Even then, you don't want to die young either, but I don't I'm straight. I don't have to live till I'm 90. You know. Honestly, if you live past 70, you cooking with grease. Because even then, it's like, do you want to live for your body to be that deteriorate that far down, and not even, because it's not like you're gonna live 90 years being the exact person you are right now. Then everybody around you gonna die. I be seeing like really older folks. They be looking miserable. It's got to be sad, you know. Aging, and that's why Capricorn represents age and death. Those things. I mean, getting older can be a very scary, sombering experience. You will live past 90? Okay. When does the reincarnation end? I mean, good question. Once again, I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know. You might want to ask a spiritualist or something. Because when Megan don't know, I just say I don't know. Not sacrificing virgins to keep his corpse animated. What the hell is going on here? Meg, would you say that fifth house Chiron and Capricorn have trouble with having kids? Chiron in the fifth house of Capricorn can produce issues with children. I would have to see your chart in like as a whole in its totality to see if it's like to see if it could cause issues with what do you call it? Procreation, infertility. That's what the word I'm looking for. But in terms, I mean, it can, but I need more information. But this is, I mean, it's a challenging placement. I'm not gonna lie, and it can bring a lot of hardship, karma, and wounds through children, or situations where you're gonna be forced to solve your own, or you're gonna be forced to heal your own wounds by raising your children if you have them. But it also depends on how it's aspected and stuff too. If DMX was healthy, drugs, he would have lived to his 90s. Do you do readings on how we can lean into our North Node? Absolutely. That's actually a part of my, I mean, I do that within any standard natal chart reading, to be honest with you, because the lunar nodes are very important, right? Our lunar nodal placements are very important in terms of explaining the why of our lives. So I usually make it a point to point out, especially if you get like the full natal chart interpretation, which is a comprehensive delineation of your entire chart. I absolutely make it a point to spell out your south node tendencies and behaviors, and then your north node, behaviors and characteristics and things that you have to build um, in your purpose in that respect. Well, they say he took some drugs like an overdose. They say he was on that powder. You know that powder fuck with your heart anyway, but it said it triggered a heart attack, which made sense because transit wise, he had a lot of things that made that add up. So something happened to his heart for sure, for sure, for sure. Especially with that Leo South Node, he had, I want to say, transit in Pluto, forming like a death quincunx to his South Node or something. I can't remember. But like I said, if you are interested in checking out that transit reading, you can go ahead and sign up for my Patreon. Shout out to my Patreon gang. Some people's life purpose is to cause chaos and destruction. True. Chiron in Scorpio, second house. And I have a raspy and I don't like it. What you mean, like a raspy voice? To Mars conjunct Chiron at Capricorn, the 10th house makes success impossible. It may not make success impossible, but it could definitely um, you know, delay the process or make it very difficult for you to receive the respect or recognition that you deserve. I noticed that sometimes it could deal with people who um, can be kind of corrupt in terms of power, or people who feel like they should be the exception to the rules, or like I've seen it produce like a person who could be kind of authoritative or power hungry in their own right too, or somebody who could be really hard-headed, and maybe in doing that or in being that, you kind of fuck yourself up too. So it's not impossible, but you would have to work a lot harder for sure. My reading on DMX, I saw me. I have Mars, Saturn, Pluto, and Scorpio. What are the positives? Well, you have to think about it, and thank you for the super chat, Latoya. You also have to keep in mind that um, DMX's chart, when we interpret natal charts, it's not only just one or two or three placements that help point or help paint a picture. It's literally like the entire chart. So um there's that, because I know some people can kind of get nervous when I do readings on celebrities or some people, and they see similarities. But in terms of like the positives, I will say the positive side of having Mars, Saturn, and Pluto in Scorpio, and of course it depends on the house placement and blah blah blah, but um these are very powerful placements, to be quite honest. So like, these are people who can be very, I mean, they can have a lot of willpower in and of themselves. They can be very strong-willed, very powerful people. They can go on to accomplish a lot of things. They can have lots of endurance, lots of success over time, but it could also create a person who is very self-destructive, or where there could be a lot of things, especially if you don't really harness that energy correctly, that could kind of backfire, implosions. um there could be Danielle, strong Scorpio placements. Not always, but it could be. But like Saturn and Scorpio, yes, absolutely. And like, let's say, depending on where they're located in the chart. So like Saturn and Scorpio in the third house would affect the person, like in terms of like being a host for spirit activity, that would have a stronger impact, or that would be something that would be more noticeable or likely to happen. Um, as opposed to, like, let's say if you had Saturn in the, you know, Saturn in the 10th house of Scorpio or something. Okay, so you guys make sure you hit that like button on the way in. So, as the title of this live states, I want to talk about Aries men, because the last live stream that I did was on Aries women. So it's only right that we double back and cover the men. And so I want to talk about the good, bad, ugly when it comes to Aries men. And this is not going to be done in any kind of order. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. So when we talk about Aries men, or men with very prominent Aryan energy in their charts, these are men who can be, or they can carry the hallmark characteristics of being very high energy. And this is similar to the Aries woman. Some of these could overlap. So much like the Aries woman, a lot of them tend to be athletic. So these are your, football players, your basketball players, even if it's not formally, recreationally, they can really enjoy sports, especially like Aries sun men. So these are the men who will always be up at the rec, hooping, and whatever the case may be. Very high energy. They could also be very confident, self assured, which, I mean, can be a positive thing, but on the negative end, they can be just as pompous, egocentric, and narcissistic, and just arrogant and disrespectful as the dark sided Leo. Um, but they're also very, what you see is what you get. These are straight shooter type of dudes. They're very upfront with who they are. Um, these are also the type of dudes, and you'll notice when you see like an Aries guy, these are men who make whatever it is that they're feeling known, right? They do really good with placing their intentions out there. So these are the dudes who's like, listen, I remember I dated um an Aries before, and he was very like, we had sex on the first date because he was very like, listen, I like you and I want you. And we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. I'm down for both. And I was like, boy, okay, come here. So they're very straight to the chase, but they also even sometimes like a challenge. But the thing with Aries is you don't want to challenge them too much, because if you make things too complicated, or if you make things too hard for them, or if you come off too difficult, especially for the men, they lose their patience. And very similar to like Gemini men, or even I would argue maybe like Leo men as well, to a certain degree, they need constant stimulation. You know what I mean? They want somebody to pique their interest. These are very like adventurous individuals. And so, much like their female counterparts, Aries men, they want to be captivated by something new, shiny. And this is why they can make decisions with their dicks, very similar to Leo men. They let their dicks make decisions for them, especially if we're talking about like men with their Venus and Aries, or stuff like that. Like when it comes to women, much like that Leo Venus, they can be the types to be like, like whatever girl. I mean, they can almost be kind of shallow. Like I'm drawn to what looks good, what makes me look good, or what kind of turns me on. Whatever's gonna make my dick hard. That's just where I'm at. Which leads you to the type of Aries man who could be hypersexual. Who, I mean, is just very, he could. And the gag is they may not even have like a high stamina. They just might be sexual just to be sexual, but then like there's nothing super special about the actual intercourse itself. So let's not confuse that with how freaky they can be. They can be freaky if they have other placements that'll support that, but you know Aries men are also very rough. Okay. um and I notice a lot of times, even like the hypersexual ones, they use sex to help them feel like men. And that's something that's very important when we talk about Aries men. Much like, and I know a lot of y'all caught the live stream that I did on the most misogynistic signs of the zodiac. So much like Leo, Capricorn, I would even say Scorpio, Taurus, feeling like they have an element of power and control is very important. Feeling like a man, right? In many respects, Aries is one of the facets of the divine masculine. So they're really big on that, and they like partners or women, or just partners in general, who help them to kind of like, who, I guess you could say, validate their manhood. And that's why a lot of them, if they are hypersexual, they can kind of use women to beef up their manhood, and may not even really fuck with women on an intimate level, might not even really like women at all, might be kind of, once again, misogynistic, shitty, like just like a fucking asshole, but they like that, boost, that ego boost, or they just love the thrill of the hunt and the chase, and you know just the having sex in and of itself. Aries is a very animalistic sign, a very primal sign. So they can rely in their lower natures. And y'all know the lower nature, activity would be equated with like sex, fighting. So like, very caveman ass shit. They can act like cavemen, they could also have an inability to commit. They're very short-sighted. Everything is about, except for when it comes to something that they want, you know. But for the most part, if what you want is outside of what they had in mind, you can forget about it. Right? These are men who'll make sure that their needs are met, and that things are going to be revolving around them. And then like that has to have happened first, and then secondly, they'll get around to taking care of your needs, or fucking with you, on the terms that they want to fuck with you on. So that's something that you got to be mindful of when we talk about Aries men. Similar to Capricorn men, you also have to gain their respect. That's something else that I've noticed. Because otherwise they'll abuse it. They, like, if they get with women, or if they see a weakness in you, they could very well exploit it, especially if they are on the darker side. So you want to be mindful of that. Okay. These are your quintessential, they are the protectors, and the protect and provide kind of trope, right? The protectors. So they can also very much like Leo men, or even Taurus men, they can be very territorial, very defensive over, like I said, what they feel like is theirs. But just defensive in general, argumentative, in some cases violent. um, these are also men who could be very courageous, though, on the more positive end. Okay, very courageous. These are the men that, like, when stuff pop off, you can usually look to them. Um, for solutions, or these are men who, or just people in general, who jump in head first and are very proactive about getting stuff going, starting new projects, you know new ideas. So in that same vein, they can also be very exciting to be around too. Okay. And they can also have this kind of bad boy, very similar to Scorpio, have this kind of bad boy esque quality to them. A lot of Aries men can. But they could also, like I said before, be just very masculine. Um, I've also noticed that they could have a love for guns. knives, that kind of thing. Maybe some of them could enjoy hunting. I've also seen some Aries men, join the military or something like that. A lot of these men could be like firefighters. I think I already mentioned athletes. So let me check out the comments and then we'll go from there. Lilith said, "What was the hard way?" I guess the hard way was him chasing me. Like, basically, he was just like, "I'll fuck with you after tonight. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get to know you, cause I fuck with you, but I want to fuck. Like, how do you feel about that?" And I was just like, well, I was just so taken aback at his honesty, because most guys would try to come up with creative, oh, you want to go, you want to take a shot, oh, let's go get some drinks, oh, you tired, you need me to drive you to your place. Like, he didn't even do all that. Like, just straight up Aries. He was like, listen, you look good as fuck. Like, because my homegirl had set me up with him. And he was like, yeah, I know such and such. She said you look good, but like you look good as fuck, like my dick hard. And I was like, well, okay. Okay. Let me put my penis to the side. Let him slide through. And that's exactly what happened. But we was in like a whole relationship after that though. So I mean, I don't give a fuck if we weren't, but it was interesting because usually people theorize, they're like, oh, you have to wait a certain time in order to have. I just think it is based on what works for you. If you feel like you want to hold out and not have sex for X amount of whatever the fuck, and that works with the person that you're dating, that's fine. But you know, like literally our first time chilling, I busted open and could not get rid of the nigga for the next like 6 months. I love higher evolved Sagittarius and Cancer energy. Hey Angela. I like an evolved one like Big Shine. Big Shine always kind of interested me. Never dated an Aries man. I don't think I would want to. Heck, all of these men can kiss my ass. I love an Aries now. Okay. You like Scorpio, Taurus men. Aries men sound like they try too hard. Some of them do though. Some of them do, but some of them, especially when they're more evolved, and if they have like a nice little balance of earth or something in their charts, I actually find their presence refreshing. Aries are excellent fighters, absolutely. You love a man in uniform. That is so Capricorn. Right. Keep it G. Just keep it a bug. And I guess a lot of men feel like they can't be honest about their intentions with women because they feel like, women are going to be upset. Like, I will never forget having this conversation with the Scorpio, right? This dude I used to be cool with. And Scorpio is one of the signs that cheat the fucking most, right? And so he had a fiance, and of course he would cheat on her. And he would try to like tell himself whatever he needs to tell himself to, make it better. But one night rather, we were talking about why men lie to have sex, or why do they lie to get what they want. And his words were, and I'm paraphrasing, but he had said something to the effect of like, well, if we tell the truth, we're not gonna get what we want. And so I'm like, so what you want, which is usually coochie, you want it that bad that you're willing to rob another person of their own autonomy and their own ability to make informed decisions about the type of like relationship y'all gonna have. And he ain't really had nothing to say. But I know he ain't had nothing to say because the answer was yes. Because that's what exactly what his Scorpio ass had been doing, and that's just what he does. Neither here nor there, but I'm just like it's getting kind of scary. It's getting kind of scary. You niggas is wild. When my Aries uncle was dating his now wife, he sent her back to change because you could see her camel toe through the jeans. Wow, that's that. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right. Now when I fuck no dude that I don't know talking to me like that, I've been harassed way too many times. Not give you war flashbacks. Nia Big Shine ex said he was childish and selfish. I definitely get the selfish aspect. And I think his son is squaring his Capricorn moon. So he gives me asshole vibes. But I gotta look at his entire chart because who knows, right? My parents taught me and my sisters it doesn't matter if you're at a church or a party, never leave your drink unattended. Facts. Facts. Moon conjunct Mars, synastry, or baby making synastry. Not really. I would say more so of you know, Sun and Jupiter. Jupiter deals with semen, Sun deals with children. Um, you know, some aspects involving the Sun will more so be baby making synastry. Like maybe like Sun, sextile in Mars or something like that. Nah, I will not forward no do. Okay, I read that already. I think that waiting at a certain time is BS to me because at the end of the day, whoever wants to F will F. And exactly Scorpio forever. We grown. But I ain't even gonna get started. Yeah. Big Sean's not that attractive. He goes through phases with lots of facial hair. I think he's kind of attractive, but I started realizing that nigga had a type. So I'm like, yeah. He look like he got a big dick though. Which I think. I don't even get drunk around anybody. Can't trust. Yep. For sure, for sure. Sun in Aries, 16th degree with kids. That could be challenging in terms of like running into disappointment with children or, you know, I mean, it could deal with you having badass kids. It can deal with or some type of catastrophe. Because I mean, that's what the number 16 is. It's catastrophe. Some type of catastrophic circumstances involving that child or, you know, or where you got to make a lot of sacrifices for said kid. I don't know. Big Sean is like shit, 5'2" or something. He real petite. What's up, Tuli? I'm good. How are you? Pusha cute to you? You always thought about his dick being big. You're not sexually attracted to black men. Well, you ain't gotta be. Different strokes for different folks. Learning disability in someone's chart, yeah. There are gonna be major afflictions to Mercury. Um, you also want to check the condition of the third house. Uh, see what's going on like with Saturn, right? Because like Saturn and Gemini, that could absolutely be a learning disorder or a speech disorder or something. So we just got done talking about Aries men, Nairi, and now we're going to go over NBA YoungBoy's chart in terms of, because I went and took a look at his transits as well, and I want to provide more context in regards to this whole situation with him getting locked up. Now the boy done got locked up before. He done went to jail before. And so as I look into his chart, hold on, let me pull it up here like so, like here, like so. Okay. NBA YoungBoy was born on October 20th, 1999 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And this would actually place his sun at the 26th degree of Capricorn. The 26th degree of Libra. I'm tripping. And that right there, though, because the number 26 breaks down to 8, the number 8 is actually governed by Capricorn. So that's probably why my brain made that connection. But nonetheless, this placement in and of itself can produce issues with the law. Issues with the law. And he actually has a lot in common with Kodak Black. And you know, Kodak Black be another one who's good for being in what they say, never home, just on vacation, just visiting. Cause these niggas really be living in jail. Because he has, and I'm talking about NBA YoungBoy, he has his son squaring Neptune. That is an institutionalization aspect where a person can just be straight up institutionalized, where they just been in and out the slammer so much. Like these niggas like, listen, fresh shower ain't nothing to go back. But that could also point to his daddy being in jail. Then he got Pisces moon. Okay, Pisces moons, you know, like just in and of themselves, the dark sided ones are real good for getting locked up. Then it don't help that his moon is squaring his Pluto and Sag. So that right there is getting caught up in the legal system. Um, I don't know if he got any drug charges, but you know, that could be possession. That could be all kinds of stuff. Trafficking. Yeah, you know, so I mean that's tough. Then he got his moon squaring Chiron in Sagittarius. So that, I mean, honestly, that could just make for like a degenerate where he's just like a person where he's always gonna be getting into trouble, where it's just very easy for him to kind of like, he's just wayward, like dysfunctional, very wayward, very dysfunctional, and like I said, institutionalized. Sun squaring Neptune and Pisces moon squaring Pluto and Chiron. Then he got his moon in opposition to his Venus. I mean, now that I would say could deal with him being a womanizer too. Not to mention just dark sided Libra men are womanizers. Like these are men who live or leave. I said live, leave strings of fucking failed broken relationships in their wake. They are the type of niggas that hop from relationship to relationship, from relationship to relationship. And that's seemingly what he does, okay? Leaving all these bitches looking dumb as hell in the motherfucking process. And with his Pisces moon, you know, he's just, yeah, his mother too, Brinjane. I mean, that affliction in his moon squaring Pluto and Chiron, that's his mama not even being wrapped too tight, honestly. Honestly. Something wrong with her too. But yeah, you know, his moon in opposition to Venus could deal with where he kind of just treats women like he likes to toy around with them. He'll fuck with you till he's tired, then he'll fuck with the next chick. And what he'll do is he'll probably pit two of the women against one another. And that's also very Libra too, because you know Libra is like the moderator, right? Libra is the go between man, it's the middleman. And so even with his Pisces moon opposing his Venus and Virgo, what he does is he probably got like a bottom bitch or like a chick who really gonna help him, like a chick who may be down to earth, and then like pit her against, you know, another girl, right? Or have her feeling like, you know, well, I'll never be able to live up to this other chick. Like he gives me that vibe too. Like he knows exactly what to say how to treat a woman to make her insecure. You know what I mean? And to string her along. But yeah, you could definitely look at this as him just kind of toying with women, toying with their emotions, picking them up, putting them down. So that's kind of interesting. And like I said, just being the middleman where he just, be in the go between nigga. Like, you don't know what he telling the other side. You got to be mindful of niggas like that too. Then he got his son opposing Jupiter. That's also something else that could deal with him, getting in trouble with the law. Getting in trouble with the law. Okay. Now you could also look at this as him having all the damn kids too, especially with his Jupiter at the 0 degree of Taurus. And he probably has had some type of custody battle. Well, let me see. I want to stay on task though. We're talking about him being arrested. What else does he have going on? In terms of him being institutionalized, yeah, I said Sun square Mercury. Oh, that he has his Neptune squaring Jupiter. That could also result in an extended stay at somebody's jail. So he just needs to be careful. He needs to be very careful. So getting into his actual transits, okay, he got arrested on March 22nd. Was it March 22nd? Yep, 2021. They said around 12 p.m. Okay, he was apprehended. Transiting Sun, which was it was in Aries at the time, is actually squaring his Pluto at the 26th degree. Okay, now this is a aspect or a transit that's on its way out, but it points to where, like, in the grand scheme of things, he should actually be or consider himself lucky that he actually got arrested, because this aspect could also result in death. And I have been having that feeling that, and I still do, and this is not to put nothing on him or to speak nothing negative of him or onto him. So knock on wood and God forbid. But I do see, like, if he doesn't change his ways, I do see him, either permanently being incarcerated or experiencing a situation where he gets taken up out of here. Um, so y'all can do what y'all want with that. And like I said, I'm not trying to speak that over that man and his life. I actually love NBA YoungBoy, so look, I'm a big fan of his music. So it is what it is. But that's just the truth though. This transit actually could have resulted in him getting killed. So like you could even look at it like, had the police not arrested him that day, we probably would be getting a very different news update, especially with transiting Sun and Aries. So that could deal with him clashing with the law in terms of carrying firearms, but just him feeling the need to protect himself, or him being on the receiving end of gunfire. Transiting Uranus and Taurus was also forming a quincunx to his Pluto, which could have potentially have been a death quincunx. Transiting Saturn at the 10th degree of Aquarius was forming a quincunx to his Venus and Virgo. This could deal with him being around somebody on his team that dropped the ball. Transiting Mercury was in Pisces, squaring his Pluto. This deals with him trying to flee the scene, trying to, because they say he tried to run when the police pulled them over. This could also point to where either he was inebriated, under the influence during that moment, or where they found drugs on him too. Y'all let me know, did they find drugs on him? I don't know, I can't remember. Then transit of Mars, of course, is in Gemini, and it's opposing his Pluto, which deals with him traveling or experiencing issues while traveling, riding in the car, going from point A to point B. And then transiting Mars was squaring his Venus. So therein lies the issues with this car, him being stopped by the police, having like a routine traffic stop. That's very much Venus and Virgo, right? Everyday traffic stops. So you could look at that like that. Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. So he needs to be careful because I definitely see. And I don't. The thing is, with NBA YoungBoy being an Aquarius South Node and Libra Sun, a lot of his life is influenced by other people and who he's around. And I said this in the last live, and it makes me kind of feel bad for him to a certain degree. Um, but he need to straighten up and fly right because he not gonna get too many chances. Is all I'm gonna say. And I would hate. I would hate. It would make me sick to my stomach if something happened to that boy. I hate Libra man. Never again. His mom is crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can find her song. Y'all know when she came out with that song. Two could play that game. Boy, go do what you do. These niggas say we hoes, but hoes they hoes too. Two could play that game. Boy, go do what you do. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Niggas think they hoes, but hoes be hoes too. Two can play that game, bitch. We do what you do. I say not niggas think they hoes, but hoes. Play that game, bitch. We do what you do. You see, you holler at my girl and I holler at your boy. I ain't got no feelings, bitch. My heart ain't no toy. When you leave me in the house in the middle of the night, agree with your bitch, man. That shit is alright. Cause when you leave out the door, I'm out the door too. I'm fucking with your boy, and you know who. He tell you I'm ugly, and he call me a freak, but he eating my pussy 6 days of the week. I can't. Oh, and that's Mama Youngin. That's Mama Youngin, y'all. When I say I be embarrassed as hell, that was my mama. I be like, bruh, mama, you gotta chill, bro. Like, you gotta chill. Like, I'm gonna need you to go babysit. Go get you some business, girl. Cause this, like, you're doing the most. That's his mama, y'all. Oh, Jesus. And when you see his mama and you see even how she talk, that baby ain't stand a chance. He that's another reason why I take it easy on him. He ain't stand a chance. Holla at your boy. You holler at my girl, I'ma holler at your boy. My heart ain't no toy. Like, all right, mom, I guess. Okay. Lila said, you like him? I think NBA YoungBoy is a cutie, but 21 is too, like, he act like a kid and he still kind of look like a kid, so that's it's kind of weird and awkward. So, like, he's handsome, but I like my niggas to look like grown. Like, and not to mention he still act like a fucking 12-year-old. It really makes so much sense when you realize the prefrontal cortex does not fully develop until the age 25. Like, that matters. It puts a lot of shit into perspective. He is kind of cute, but it's like I get it. I get it. You know, I don't know if even if I was like 19, I just even as a younger girl, like these girls he be dealing with, I don't know if I could ever be that dumb. You know, and granted, these younger girls, you don't know what they got going on, what influences they got. But I just be looking like, hey, you know, he must got like a 12-inch dick. Like, I don't understand. Actually, I take that back. Looking at his chart, I do. Right? Because you Libra men are very like suave. Very suave. And even though his Pisces moon is afflicted the way it is, they can also be very, um, like, I'm pretty sure like he probably got a good mouthpiece, and the way he kicks it, like he'll kick it a certain way and then probably switch up on them. kick things to, make a girl feel like she's special. And then, I don't know. But even then, I'm like, bitches coming out with tattoos. Like, we love you, Kentrail. I just be like, listen, I don't get it. I don't, maybe it's not for me to understand. With them big ass dents in his head, I'm like, what? But I realized they said something happened. He had like an accident as a small kid. So, shouts out to him. But I love his music, to be honest. Like, his music is everything. Like, if we talking about like that trap shit, if I'm in the mood for that trap shit, I'm finna listen to NBA, period. Period. Like, it gets it done for me. Every time. And I just be impressed because like people have such low expectations when it comes to like southern rappers and like the newer rappers, and I feel like a lot of people try to lump them in together. We had this conversation last live, and then when you hear certain people, like, I check out some of like the younger rappers, I'd be like, okay, like, some of them actually be talented. It's just that, if it's not what people are accustomed to, they'll just be like, oh, all these niggas is trash. Like, if trap is your genre, like trap music and drill music and that stepper music, if that's your shit, you're not finna look at me with a straight face and tell me youngin' don't be going in. That nigga be snapping. And it's not up for discussion. I guess I will do a reading on NLE Choppa. Yes, he'll have you bumping. Exactly. Exactly. I feel like I'm Gucci Mane in 2006. All these diamonds dancing on like 4 bricks. Hey. I hear $1 million nigga, but be posted in them bricks. Oh, make no sense. Out. Make no sense. Uh, young boy, young boy. That's my shit. What you mean? His track's not. Period. And not to mention too, he got a lot of like, abusive aspects, like Moon Square Pluto and all the other shit. Like, you could miss me. Any nigga with Moon and negative aspects to Pluto, if you got Moon anywhere near your Chiron, nigga, I know it's a no, it's a dub. I don't give a fuck if you Morris Chestnut. Like, Moon Square Pluto, goodbye. Like, I'm straight on that. I'm straight on that. And that's I don't understand how girls be with dudes who really be out here like. And let me stop saying that, because that as a younger woman, I was in a relationship. Like, I've experienced my fair share of abusive relationships. I just don't understand how everybody knows about the same one, and then you still have women who are willing to sign up to be with a person that everybody knows beat bitches up. I don't understand. Moon Square Pluto could deal with a woman beater. He could be a womanizer, but he could also just be crazy, like crazy, manipulative, controlling. That type of nigga who be invading your pride. Them the type of niggas you probably got to put restraining orders on or some shit. Like, hell nah. Or a nigga to be like, bitch, bitch, if I can't have you, can't nobody have you, bitch. Yeah, yeah, babe. Nah, I can't have you, can't nobody else have you, baby. Hell nah, bitch. He'd be like, what does that mean, sir? You're gonna kill me? Like, oh no, 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 no. We can't do this. We can't do this. Them niggas be crazy. But something about, no, I get what you like about it, because I got a very strong toxic streak in me as well. And so I'm not gonna talk down on it, but it's like I'm gonna talk down on it because it's like it's a slippery slope. It's like up to a point. Like, if deep down in my bones and in my gut, I'm with a nigga who be like, I love you to death, bitch. I mean it. Like, I can't be with a nigga who I feel like deep down inside, if some shit ever went left, this nigga would hurt me. I can't. I can't. I don't want you to love me that much. Like, I want you to love me. Please don't love me that much. I don't want nobody to love me that much. Let me go. Yeah, I'm with you, Brenjanae. My Scorpio Mars to the 29th degree conjunct my sun be like, ooh, a little bit. Like, I like men who I feel like have like a little dangerous element to them. Men who kind of, spice it up. Like, I want to be a little like, bark at me if you need to. But like I said, it's up to a point because like I've outgrown the energy and the strength to be out here bear wrestling with niggas and trying to defend yourself and niggas is like, nah, nah. It's never that serious. Remember when Yaya said water? No, it wasn't Yaya. It was the girl before. It was the girl. What was her name? What was the girl who was like, I bet you can't pull me, Kentrail. He wasn't hit, even though we all just saw the video of this nigga slinging your ass up and down the motherfucking hallway, whooping your ass in the hotel. And then she's like, well, no, he wasn't hitting me. We were playing because I said that. I bet you can't pull me, Kentrail. Jania, I bet you can't pull me. And yeah, we play that game all the time. I'm like, girl, you was better off not saying shit, bitch. You look dumb as hell, sis. You look like to this day. I'm trying to figure out where her mama, where her cousins. She got some sisters in them, cause ain't no way. Like I'm not watching mine go out like that. Like you got me fucked up. But I am gonna look up. Let's look up NLE Choppa's chart because he got arrested too, but y'all know he was all about, oh, I'm gonna drink my guava juice, we gonna eat green plants, smoothies, save the trees, I'm a vegan, we peaceful, I'm spiritual, all my good energy. That's the first thing niggas get spiritual and love. Chakras, my chakras are aligned, I feel the energy in the cosmos, the universe, manifestation. All of the spiritual buzzwords, the new age spirituality buzzwords. Y'all niggas make me so fucking sick with that shit. I be like, get the fuck out of here. But so that's what he on. But then he got arrested, so we confused because it's like, are you walk him down walk him down, post it in front of the selling to the sun come down. Take a bitch, nigga, right up off the map. Like, which one are you? Which one is it? What was it? I see he's a November Scorpio, so I mean, right there in and of itself, like him being a Scorpio, y'all know Scorpio is a sign of criminality. So I mean, that nigga gonna have a hard time walking the straight and narrow in general. A lot of Scorpio placements, especially like in the hood, them niggas are them be the shooters. They're definitely criminals. Not spiritual men have STDs. Take a bitch nigga right up on the map. Hold on. Let me see. I'm getting his information, guys. 2002. Jesus. November 1st. We'll do. Where is this child from? He is from Memphis. Yeah, he is a baby. I'm like, imagine not being alive when 9/11 happened. We talking about NLE Choppa. I'm trying to see if he's really about that spiritual. life that he's been preaching about, or if he is really still immersed in the streets, posted in front of the shop, selling till the sun comes down. Like, we trying to see which one he doing. Oh well, hands, girl, child. So NLE, like I said, was born November 1st, 2002, Memphis, Tennessee. This will place his sun at the 8th degree of Scorpio with it's actually will be conjunct his Venus um at the 7th degree, as well as his Mercury at the 0 degree. That stellium right there, like I said, can produce a person who is just naturally prone to criminal intent. Okay, let me see what or how they're aspected. Because he is also, he's a Virgo moon. Now that Virgo moon deals with him being, oh, like, I'm just this, like, vegan, I'm growing my own food. Virgo moons really care a lot about health, so that's him, like, health is wealth, king, take care of yourself. I eat fresh herbs from my garden each day, and I eliminated meat and dairy. And now my lifespan will be quadruple, right? But I will say too, I don't like the fact that his son is conjunct that Mercury like that, because, like I said, that he could just be deviant. It's giving me very deviant tease. Then he has his South Node. His South Node is actually at the 10th degree Sagittarius. There you go. There you go. So, like, that deals with him being all, like, preachy and shit, especially with Pluto conjunct his South Node. So it's not gonna be like traditional religion. That's him being into like occultism and shit. So you could look at that as like, oh, him preaching, him saying like, y'all. But Sagittarius is also a hypocrite. So with that Pluto conjunct his South Node, that's him like saying one thing, saying, hey, y'all, we need to come together. We need to come together. And I don't even know why I made his voice sound like that, because I don't know what the nigga talk like, but we need to come together, y'all. We need to come together. And the whole time, nigga, you posted in front of the shop, selling dope till the sun come down. Take a bitch, nigga, right off the map, and then you hop your ass back on social media trying to tell us what the fuck we need to do. Shut your ass up. Shut up, nigga. I know NLE got a big one, but he look like he don't know. Oh, big what? I don't, child. Like I said, he too young for me. He too young for my taste. I'm super straight on that. And actually, he looks like a little Geico lizard or something. It's just kind of funny looking, but even then, considering you have a Virgo moon, have you ever tried a hand in writing or rapping? Actually, funny thing, I do both. I actually do both. I'm a writer. I write music. I mean, I really write everything. I'm a writer in general. Like, one of my goals is to put out like my own novel. But like, I'm a writer, and I also, I do a little singing. I do a little some. I do a little some. You know. And stand up was also something that I thought about, like, doing before. Cause y'all know I won, like, the most comical, the superlative in high school. And so, like, I was like, do I want to be a comedian? But I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I would be the type of person where I'm good as long as I have somebody to bounce. So, like, I'm really good when it comes to improv. But like, I'ma just keep it a buck. Cause the nigga start throwing tomatoes and potatoes and shit at me on stage, I'm walking off, and I'ma just act like it never happened, and I'ma just get up the next day and pretend like I'ma delete all that shit, cause that's embarrassing. But they say if you're gonna be a comic, you gonna have to bomb, and that's just not. My mental health is fragile enough. That's I'm not. I can't do that. Nah. I Is the minute I get a boo, I'm gonna be like, all right, see, I'm gonna just put the mic down on the stage. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just keep walking. They like, what the fuck this bitch going? I'm just gonna be walking. I'm just gonna keep walking. Like LeBron James when he got up from that damn press conference. Fanfic. What does that mean? Fanfic. Yeah, Sag and Mercury can be. It can be. You think he was abused as a kid? He probably was. Hold on, y'all. My computer just turned off on me. Let me turn it back on. That's why I stopped the reading. Y'all know I'll be waiting to the last minute and my electronics die. Oh, you said you 21. Oh, well that's it. Okay. Well, have fun, girl. You never met an evolved Virgo in your life. Aspects that could point to writing anywhere that Mercury is favorably aspected. Like, um, one of the more common ones that I see is like, oh, Mercury sextile Venus. That could be a really good writer. But even like, let's say if you got like a Gemini Mars, and it's like it can even be trining, you know, trining Venus, trining Mars, or sextiling Mars or something like that. Or like really good aspects between Mercury and Jupiter. Cause you know, Jupiter deals with publishing too. So like, you know, those are people who can literally like be authors and stuff like that. I've been on live for about a little over an hour. I'm about to take a smoke break, spark it up. Y'all get y'all smokes, get your smokes, grab your tea. I think I'm gonna try baking my own edibles this time around. Y'all wish me luck, cause I usually be like, I always forget the most important step, and that's like heating up. You gotta heat up the weed on like a cookie cutter sheet, like a baking sheet. I guess it like wakes it up or some shit. I don't know. I gotta like write down the steps and make sure I follow it step for step, because my Sagittarius sun be kicking my whole ass, and I don't be reading directions sometimes. I mean that. Puff for you? Absolutely. Here we go. Shit, my lighter fucked up. Damn. Ooh. Hell yeah. Will your lighter be real low on fluid? I think he was too. I heard a story. Because I do watch my radio. I had like a love hate relationship with her. Shout out to Millie. Cause she's a Scorpio, you know, some especially a lot of like Scorpio women, you either really, really like them or you really don't. But I've grown to like really like her. And you could tell she like a real ass, like she a real one. But I was watching a show she did or listening where she was talking about like different rumors about NLE Choppa and how he was messing with like grown motherfuckers, which is not surprising. I told y'all we talked about this in another live before. Like when it comes to black boys, people think that shit is okay. Like I'm pretty sure he was out there fucking with grown ass bitches. Like what the fuck? I don't know. But people be thinking that shit is cute just because you a boy. And it's like, no, sir, you're a victim, you know. But to admit that would be to compromise your manhood, I guess. No wonder I like her. Yep, she is Scorpio. Okay, hold on. Let me go finish the reading. So, let's see. So there's that sad south node. That's him being a hypocrite, him being preachy. Let me see how it's aspected. Yep, then he got his Pluto semi-square Mercury. So yeah, you could look at that as like him doing dirt. Um, but also just him being like he's a person who's very what's the word? Like they feel very strongly about their beliefs. And I honestly think he could have come from like a very religious family or something like that too. Um, because let's see, he got his moon. Hmm, it's squaring Saturn. And that's another thing too. With that Gemini, or excuse me, that Virgo moon, it's squaring his Saturn at the 28th degree of Gemini. And that could just make him a full out liar where he just be talking shit. He just be saying anything. But he alleges that he got set up by the police or like that the police planted some drugs on him. So let me see if I can find any aspects in his chart that could point towards that. Um Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, that Pluto conjunct his South Node squaring, or no, it's forming a semi-square to Mercury. Hmm. Then he had it opposing his Gemini North Node. Um, could it be more than one version of the truth out there? Honestly, y'all, he just gives me. I'm more so willing and even intuitively I'm more willing to lean towards the concept of him just being a liar, y'all. But then he does have his sun squaring Neptune as well. That's him going to jail. You see how all these niggas they sun square Neptune. If you got sun square Neptune and you out here living, you not living right, I'm gonna need you to like get that shit together tonight. Like I said, to now, to now, tonight, to now, because you're going to jail. Because all of these niggas be in and out of prison. Um, hmm, the jury is still out on the him being set up one. I'm still not really too convinced by looking at his chart. I'm not too convinced. Then he has his Venus square Neptune. He gives me. He might even be a thief, y'all. That could deal with him selling drugs too. But that Venus, especially at the 7th degree of Scorpio, he might be like a thief or the type of nigga to fucking steal some shit and help your ass look for it. That's the type of vibes he give me. And the girls are saying that he tried to kill somebody, like kill his baby mama. Like, trying to see what's up with that. Because he definitely has Venus squaring Neptune, Venus conjunct Mercury, Venus conjunct Sun. I don't know, that moon squaring Saturn though. It's also forming the quincunx to Uranus, or he might just be cold on the bitch. Yeah, he just gives me vibes that he's like a liar. It's the lies for me. Jupiter is contraparallel to his Chiron at the 5th degree of Virgo. Oh, then he got his Jupiter at the 16th degree of Leo. That's important to keep in mind too. So you could even look at like his sermons and shit like that as being performative. It's performative. He capping. He not living like that. Damn, you just had to be that dude. Yeah. Yeah, when it came out, he was saying something. I said to myself, that guy is a liar. Liar. Have y'all heard of Youngin? Young Ace? Y'all know that song that came out? It's like a new song. It's supposed to be like a diss record, and it's called Who I Smoke. And they recorded it over the Avril Lavigne. Wait, is it Avril Lavigne, Lord? It's not Avril Lavigne. They recorded it over that. If I could fall into the sky. They recorded over that, right? And it was like, when I see you, I'm gonna bust your shit back, boy. And then for the bad boy. And then they just started naming like niggas that I don't know if they were naming niggas that they didn't kill, but like niggas like I guess who got killed like on that Chicago shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all heard the song, and I was like, oh, Vanessa Carlton. Thank you, Cinnamon Toast. The Vanessa Carlton song. They recorded over that, but like I was going through some cognitive dissonance because the song went in, like it went hard. But if that were my brother or my loved one or my cousin that they had put in that song, I'd be singing a different tune. No pun intended. I would be very angry. I would be like, I'd be very, very upset. So I was just like, damn. No hands, just gun violence. A lot of them niggas can't fight. Why do they keep incriminating? And that's the thing too. I'm like, for them to make a record like this, either they're the stupidest people in the world, they're the dumbest criminals in the world, or they're capping. Like that's the only way that I'm looking at it. Like either this is performative and maybe you're taking it maybe because these are people who've actually passed away that they were naming, but and I've been doing some research. I've been watching like little YouTube videos on the beef in Jacksonville because that's where they from. Y'all know them Florida niggas is crazy. Them Florida niggas is crazy. Okay, every time it be a hurricane in Miami, them niggas come up here. I be like, listen, with them big ass dreads, all 5 dreads, but them niggas, when I say they be getting busy, they be banging. it'd be a little bit much for me. It'd be too much for me. All of them looking like Slickum from Pretty Ricky. It's a whole lot. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, you know them your people. Truth. That's y'all. It's the craziest people on the planet live in Florida. Like, and that's just it is what it is. Florida niggas is crazy as fuck. Like, it's not the same. Like, literally, I'm one state above Florida, but it's a culture shock. It's night and day. But anyway, um, yeah, I've been doing some research and I was just looking on like looking at the different beats in Jacksonville. So a lot of up and coming rappers, mostly a lot of younger guys, and just killing each other, doing shit that we do, carrying out the white man's promise, one bullet at a time. It's unfortunate. But anyway, throughout that whole, shebang bang, one of the dudes who I think he was a dude who was smoking a cigar. If you've seen the video, his name is Young Ace or something like that. And yeah, he's like a rapper from Jacksonville. He's real popping, but like he got like this super tragic story. I think he was in a car and some niggas ran down on him and like literally shot the car up with his brothers in it, killed his brothers and some more shit. It was just a lot. So but anyway, I wanted to do a reading on him because he just kind of interested me on a couple of, kind of like how I did when I did that live stream for Chirac, because I noticed that people, and the interesting thing is Young Ace I think was born in Chicago, ironically enough, so I think that's why he has a lot of that Chicago culture, and mentality, but he was, mostly raised in Jacksonville. But kind of like how I did with the war in Chirac, like I want to kind of look into what makes all of these people behave the way that they are, and geographically speaking, you can have situations where you have people who are from like a certain place. A lot of them can carry certain aspects or have certain, placement, like combinations that could, fit to that region, if that makes sense. Like one observation that I made in terms of like the Chirac, and a lot of the people, the key players and the drill scene and Chirac music, a lot of them had Chiron and negative aspects to the sun and moon. And like I was saying, that could just make a person who is just a fucking problem, like a menace to society. Miami is fun. For real, these niggas need therapy. They need therapy. They need a hug. They need, I don't know. It's the crazy in me that like that danger. Like I said, I get it. I get it. But like I said, it's to a point though. And I think it's because the older I get, I got a whole kid. I can't imagine being in the car with my child and some niggas trying to spray my shit up. Like, cause I'm in the car with a nigga. Like I can't, my brain is, don't even get me started. Whew. My anxiety finna like shoot through the roof. I can't live my life like that. And I would die. I could not live like being in it. That shit's not fun. That shit's not fun. I'll never forget this story. It came out, and it was a couple of years ago. Maybe it was a while ago because I think I had just had my baby, and there were these girls in um, New Orleans. They were twins, and they were pregnant at the same time, and they were so happy because it was cute, like the twin sisters giving birth to their children, and it was a big deal. One of the twins dated a real big D-boy. Okay, the nigga was in the streets. Um, and I think he was from Tennessee or something. I'm not sure. Maybe he was from the area, but niggas in that hood knew him. And long story short, I think it was the day of her baby shower. No, it was the night of her baby shower. After the baby shower happened, they were returning home. She's 9 months pregnant, and some niggas that he was into it with rode all the way from Tennessee down to New Orleans, was waiting outside their house, and killed them both as they got out the car. I don't even think they got out the car. I think they lit their car up like while they were parked. And of course, it killed him. It killed her and the 9-month-old baby. Well, I mean, it was 9 months in the uterus. Like at 9 months pregnant, babies can feel, and I mean, it's a baby, and it was oh my god, it fucked me up. It fucked me up. Like, but my point in telling that story is that from a anecdotal standpoint, theoretically, like I get it, the concept of fucking with hood niggas. And I joke, like, I love hood niggas. Like, if the status ain't hood. But I, that is just, when you a girl who, like, frequently dates niggas who really be in the streets like that, like, your brain got to be made up a certain way, too. And and maybe that's a risk women without kids are willing to take. But for me personally, and I can only speak for me, like that would bother me. As a mom, I got a big problem with that. And that's when I hop back into my Capricorn North node. And I'm like, all right, now we too old for this shit. Ain't nobody got time for, like, I don't have time. I want a nigga that then lived that part of his life maybe about 7 years, 8 years ago. Um in another hood, he could, he relocated to Atlanta, because everybody relocate to Atlanta. He like at least 8 to 10 years removed from his bullshit, right? He done grown, he done read some books, took some classes, okay, started a business. Now but he just every now and now he got the tendency to revert back, and niggas still respect him, like, on the strength, like, his name kind of hold weight. Like, that's the hood nigga that I want. Please, please, please. I do not want no nigga who just got done blasting on speaking on dead homies. Now you got some niggas looking for you, or a nigga who in a turf war. Like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I don't have time. Cause nigga, that then they trying to get to you. They can't get you. They gonna get me. What I do? Why you got it? Like, me and my child are not nobody's collateral damage. I swore to God, like, no, that shit I could, like, I'm too paranoid. Oh, it's triggering me. I can't live like that, because that's sad as fuck. Tiring, yes. What I do right, like, what I do, like, they don't care, like, they don't. And niggas these days, they don't care. They will kill children. They will kill you. They will kill pregnant women. Like, you will be 9 months pregnant. Like, they will gun you down with no remorse and not feel no ways about it. Nah, I'm not. And see, and I do have a way about myself, and I know this is my Scorpio energy, where I'm not gonna lie, like, especially when I was younger, that shit appealed to me. And just know, I'm gonna just say, just know, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. That shit ain't it though. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm telling y'all what I know. Struggle love, yeah. I used to be. I used to be attracted to struggle love. I used to be indoctrinated in all the ways that they try to teach black girls and women to be, mewling for niggas. Oh, you gotta be faithful. You gotta hold it down. Oh, he cheated. Well, at least he coming home to me at the end of the day. That's my motherfucking nigga. Yeah. Yeah. That's my motherfucker. I'ma hold him. Until you hopefully one day get old enough to realize you look like a fucking bird. And it's just so weird. It's weird. Struggle love is love that requires you to you gotta labor emotionally before you get any type of benefits from it. Like relationships that cost you something. It's given very much Venus and Capricorn T, where it's like, there's a struggle that you have to overcome. The nigga poor, the nigga on the grind. You know what I mean? Or maybe he abusive and cruel. That's also very Venus and Capricorn. Like it's giving me Venus square Capricorn vibes. Okay, it's giving me I got to do all of these things in order to be able to deserve the love he's able to give to me. And a lot of the times that don't even happen. A lot of times these niggas, like, women be requiring the bare minimum and don't even get that. Like, I'm planning yours and mine, we gonna be great, period. You related to role reversal relationships. I think I was not trying to be like, fix their lives. Protect me at all costs, Malcolm. I'm very loyal, so I'll be the type to get myself in a sticky situation with a hood nigga. It didn't appeal to me. I was used to it more, so I always attract them. But you're the total opposite. Yeah, I feel you. There's so many women in LA whose men are like that. They like the glamorous life that thuggish shit brings, but it's not. Yeah. Yep. Facts. Acrimony. Oh, watch the movie with Taraji P. Henson. I would never put up from a man. Shit, he wouldn't put up with me. A year? What you mean, like a year for what? What y'all talking about? So it's just all, it's very interesting. Love, relationships. Very interesting. Yes. And just having a conversation with females who is on that mindset is so sad. Yeah, it is sad. Cause y'all notice how niggas don't ever do the same thing to us. Like if a nigga find out his wife or his girlfriend cheated, what he say? Man, fuck that bitch, man. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. Oh my God, like you're not the woman I thought you was. Like on that Quavo shit. But when niggas get caught cheating, it's supposed to be ideal. Like it's supposed to be standard. We're supposed to expect it. And then they try to make it feel like you still got some type of advantage by admitting your nigga cheat on you. Well, at least he's coming home to me at the end of the day. Like, yeah, bitch, because you the only one enough, who's stupid enough to let him sleep at your crib. Like, what do you mean? Oh, well, he come home to me. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, he be in everybody else's pussy by day, girl, and come home and he sleeps. He brings those fleas to your bed at night, and you're still claiming the dirty dog. It's kind of weird, but okay, girl. Weird flex, but okay. Girl, he's eating booty on the first date, but you're proud. Okay. You're cooking and cleaning for him. Like, man, listen. As long as the door is left wide open, he's gonna come back all the time. Facts. Facts. And women, we think that that means we're special. Oh, he came back. No, that nigga just know you're easy to access. You're easy access. You're easily accessible. Don't, like, you're doing it. You're thinking too highly of yourself. Like he's just there because it's convenient. He's using your car to go to the next bitch. Exactly. Men are truly the price. Megan James from the Bad Girls Club is really dumb. She allows her husband to spend. Actually, I'm gonna disagree with you because I actually let's look up her chart right now. Because if I'm not mistaken, she is a Leo South Node. And somebody tagged me on that on Twitter. One of my subbies or maybe one of my Twitter followers tagged me in that clip where she was saying that. And I was like, well, technically, if she's a Leo South Node, she kind of has a right to be that way. Kind of on some Will and Jada shit, which, by the way, Jada Pinkett Smith she's an Aquarius North Node as well. And these are people who, like I said, especially as women, they are gonna be hard up in a relationship department. A lot of times they do have chronic issues going on in terms of like love and romance and being able to quote unquote keep a man. A lot of them will have a hard time in that area. And so they can either continue to try to chase love because for a lot of Leo South Nodes, relationships mean everything to them. Almost like the Libra South Nodes, but Leo South Nodes are, especially women, could just be hopeless romantics. But anyway, or pick me's. But I digress. But with that being said, you got a choice to make. Like you can either be stuck in that space or you can live up to your karmic purpose of not or learning how to, be a little bit more experimental in your approach to matters of the heart. You know, figuring out what works for you. Like, a lot of times these people can enter situations of convenience. Or like, okay, well, I might be over here, you be over there, but like she said, do it respectfully. So, I mean, if that's what works for her, that's what works for her. I don't even not people who get together and be like, well, we want to have an open marriage. Like, as long as you're not trafficking bitches, Tiny, Smokey Robinson, Ti. As long as you're not trafficking bitches, like I don't see the problem. Well, I'm talking about Jada. Jada's is an Aquarius North Node. I don't know what Will is. She do. She do like Smokey. Smokey. You might as well have an open marriage then. Okay, and then what? They might as well have an open marriage and then what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just feel like it just needs to be two people on the same page. Like, and a lot of women be doing this shit because to please a man. A lot of women, and I think that should be talked about. You know, trying to do things because you think it's gonna make your nigga like you more or like not cheat on you. If the nigga don't respect you, he not gonna respect you no matter what type of configuration y'all got. But it's like a lot of women do that for the wrong reasons. But if you got two people who come together and genuinely have a mutual, because I think Meg is she's an Aquarius sun too. Like, so she might not have issues with like turning her emotions on and off or just being able to accept something that other people may be uncomfortable with, like in terms of her relationship and how she want to move. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing that shit for my man. Is that because ain't no nigga finna suck another dick because you want him to? That's another thing that like when we talk about like between the genders, you got women who are so eager to please their man because lesbian behavior and girl on girl action is something that people like. It's way more acceptable. But it's like I don't and I as a bisexual person myself, like I don't even like when I like if my nigga would try to get pushy about me fucking with other bitches, like oh let's do a threesome, like nigga what? How about no, weirdo? Because I know if the shoe was on the other foot, and I'm like, ooh, I want to fuck another nigga, like go get your friend so I can suck his dick. Get your friends so I can suck his dick. He be like, hell no, nigga be ready to fight you just for saying some shit like that. The fuck wrong with you? Hell wrong with you? It be crazy. Megan didn't come out as trans. What? Who are you talking about? Who trans? Single? Yep. Yes, hit the like button. I can't do. You said fight me then. I can't do a 3-way. I'ma smack both of them. It's like, what do you do if what if you agree to have a threesome with your nigga, right? And y'all get in the bed, and like when it's him, it's his time to like give you attention. He like being all regular, but then when it's his time to get to give the other girl attention, he beating her down. He blowing shorty back out, like he doing all kinds of moves with her. You sit in the corner. You sit in the corner, looking stupid. Trying to looking like Jerry, like that little Jerry meme from Tom and Jerry, where he holding his mouth trying not to cry. What's up, Isis? In the corner, no, like Tiana. I mean, my thing is like, because if you actually like women, and if this is with you and your spouse have agreed to do, and y'all are both equally as invested in the experience, I feel like that'll work. Like, if your wife actually likes other women, like she gonna be too busy trying to fuck the other girl too. Like, I feel like a perfect threesome involving two women and a man should require the women, like, I mean, because I feel like all parties should genuinely like both women involved should genuinely like other women. So I feel like they need to be the main attraction, and the dude kind of just works around that. I've never had a threesome before, but in my mind, that would be threesome etiquette. Wouldn't y'all agree? Like, if we're using two women in a guy scenario. Cause like if I was a nigga and me and my girlfriend was finna have a threesome, you just setting yourself up, like, cause I don't even know why I would like if you were to give the girl who's the outsider more attention, just, I don't know, let them do their thing, and then you just focus on them instead of trying to. Threesomes are fun. Tell us all about them, truth teller, truth teller. Story time. I don't think threesomes are for couples anyway. True, true, true. I can see that. Threesomes ruin a relationship. I wonder if people have gotten like the other girl pregnant, the outside girl pregnant. I've been invited to a threesome before, and I didn't do it for that very reason, because it's just, I felt uncomfortable. And because it'd be different if I had a connection with the wife. It was a dude who basically wanted to fuck. Like, he had been wanting to smash for years. And what happened was, first of all, he's a Taurus. Low, like, just, oh my God. Like, and Tauruses, they don't get the reputation or notoriety that they deserve for being like, them niggas is nasty. Them niggas can be low down, little freak horn dog, nasty ass niggas. And so, me being me, I just tried to extort his ass. But like, when we was first like fucking with each other, and I didn't know he was married, like, or he was finna get married, we had a certain level of engagement. And then the nigga like he ghosted me, popped up with a whole wife, and then started trying to like talk to me like nothing happened. And I'm like, Facebook said you got married, nigga. Like, we got a lot to catch up on. Like, what's up, bruh? And so we start talking or whatever. And we play it cool. I play it cool because, like, I don't know, like, he was cool, but nigga, he wasn't. I mean, whatever. I wasn't pressed. So I was like, all right, we be cool or whatever. And then, like, as time went on, like, he would proposition me. He was like, man, I still want you, this and that, and like, you know, I want you to you know, like come in the bed. And I'm like, why is y'all just got married? Why y'all need to spice up your bed life now? Like why already? Y'all literally just got married. And if I was your wife, I would feel a certain way because this is a bitch you've been wanting to fuck. You've been talking to her. Like we have been kind of did shit. So it's like you just want to continue that. Like I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, he sounded like a creep. No, he was a creep. So embarrassing. I was, and so what I would do was, cause me being me, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm finna break this nigga. So I turned down the threesome, but I was still, I was still flirt with him. I still send him like pussy pics and whatever. Like we do a little flirty, and I would record all of our interactions, and because I was finna like be like, okay, I want some. I will give me $1,500. I'll shut up because he had a good job. Like I'm gonna go to your wife. That basically is where I was with it, and yeah, he got really. I did it and it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. He got really freaked out and he just kind of like that nigga ain't hit me up never again. No. Oh! And I think it's because I actually like I don't know his wife, but I know somebody who know her. Like my best friend know her because we all used to grow up together. So I think it got too close for comfort, and he was like, "Yeah, let me get the fuck." Are you sure you're not a Cappy? I'm a Capricorn North Node. Ching, ching. So I got my ways. I'm like, I'm finna break this nigga because he had. I mean, he a Taurus, y'all. Come on. I was like, hell yeah, he finna run that. Like, cause when I realized what type of nigga he was, and I wasn't checking for him no more, I was like, at this point, I'm just finna do whatever. Put the pics. Put the. Did you say put the pics? Just a little bit, just a little bit, what 2 Chainz said, he was like, they call it tiger text because she send a flicks, then I send a check. That's the type of time I was trying to be on, but you know, a little something to keep him engaged, so I could use against his ass later. Make it smart. That's why I said I listen, God know what predicaments to put me in, y'all. Like God know better than to put me in close reach of like a celebrity. And I ain't talking about like C, D listers, react like I'm talking about nigga like maybe even politicians, niggas who got money, 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 money. Cause I would be that bitch. I would be like, listen, for a fee, I will keep quiet. Like I know you got a wife, whatever, just run me 10 stacks. I'll start on the low end. Give me like 10. Give me 10 grand a month. I need it. Here's all of my information. Just wire it to my account. I won't say nothing. As long as you keep the money coming. I want if she called me, I will deny it. What? You looking for what? Robert? Who's Robert? I don't know a Robert. But when you stop paying your pussy fee, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that nigga. Actually, I was minding my business and this nigga slid in my motherfucking DMs. I don't destroy your home, girl. That's really messy. Whatever. It is what it is. I never met a Taurus man. I probably not beat his ass. They gonna hit your ass back. Yeah, Tauruses be having like a real, real angry streak. They can. imagine you behind your husband and a WAP comes on the screen. That's extortion. Yeah. I just said I'm all about extortion. I love it. You don't like extortion? Hmm. I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama and extortion. Like, yeah, I'm aware. I think I'm okay with that. The same laugh. No, he do not. Oh, you a Taurus too. Girl, show life, do what you want, period. You already know. You already know that's gonna happen. Sorry, that's not in my wheelhouse. And you know what? That is perfectly fine. I just know how I run and operate. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, and I talk about this with my friends all the time. I would not mind being in a loveless marriage as long as I know the nigga taking care of me. I mean, but once again, like I said, that's my Capricorn North Node. So, like, then I got Uranus conjunct my North Node. So, literally, like, I don't mind. Like, we can be friends. We can, like, as long as I'm getting what I need in a certain way, like, even business wise, we can kind of move like a business. But, like, I don't know. I don't have to have, like, we can both see other people. I don't have to have, but I will say because I can be kind of jealous. I would have to be number one. You see what I'm saying? Like, I want him to put me above everyone else, and I'll make sure that I put him above everybody else I'm dealing with. But like, I would kind of prefer the Megan route. Like, honestly, like, I just don't want to see it in my face. I don't want to see it in my face. But it'll cut in the opposite direction too, because I'm fucking on who I want to fuck on too. So, you know, and that doesn't mean sex is gonna be such a huge part, but you know, I get it. People got different needs, but I do want to be like partners, and like at the end of the day, him be in love with me. I don't know. I guess I want my cake and eat it too. You said you can't do that. Says mine too. He give me money. Hit him if you can. They'll hit your pockets and take your stimulus. My Taurus father gave me. Listen, I'm still. If you were raised by, especially a Taurus man, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Okay. Make sure you call 888-362-5323. Okay. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Because, girl, them niggas are cray cray. I still have PTSD from my childhood with my dark sided Taurus stepfather when I said that nigga was a nightmare on Elm Street, but it did teach me that men are supposed to be providers. So I can't really hold you there. It taught me that, like, and maybe that's why I am the way that I am, where I can uh separate a man and who he is from what he provides for me. Because my stepdad was a great provider, horrible person, great provider. So, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind being in a relationship and separating it in terms of, like, okay, well, this we're more so compatible on a business standpoint, or, you know, maybe we can, like, be partners and have a certain understanding of our dynamic, and then, you just kind of live your life. And like, I know I want separate houses, or at least separate parts of the house. I don't know how I feel about waking up and having another nigga in my space all day, every day. That's a bit much. My stepdaddy was a Scorpio. Now that was just as I bet. Ooh, you had a much better relationship with your father than mother. I'm sorry about that. literally, can we talk about it? Taurus men or women with great providers. I mean, yeah, very similar to how I was describing like the Aries man. They can be very misogynistic. Um, and my stepdad was, I remember I was 7 years old, and he'd be like, such and such mama learned how to cook and clean when she was 5. I'm like, bitch, I'm not them. What the fuck that mean to me? You need to get in there and cook. You need to go ask the woman that you just married to cook, which is my mama, and she don't. So then I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. You need to cook. Women need to cook. Leave me alone. Like, and then marry like a Capricorn. Capricorns are not domesticated at all. That's why they're Cancer's polarity. So my mom, a whole Capricorn in these streets, meanwhile, didn't cook shit. But he wanted to like place all the responsibility on me because I was a girl. Like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And my brother was never like, that nigga didn't learn how to, like, I ain't finna put him on blast, but y'all know how that double standard shit be going. Taurus men can be very misogynistic. But on the positive end, if I need like my cars, I would just take it to his house. He would take my car to go get repaired, stuff like that. Like girls who had like the provider types, literally like they're like the ATM, but emotionally they're not involved, or they may be just very incompetent and abusive. But he was at you know, blow a bag. I remember he bought me and my friend some tickets to the I said the BT, the Hip Hop Awards, which happens in Atlanta. Like, we used to do that. I remember I was 16 years old. He took me to the Venetian in Vegas. So, like, but so when it comes to men, financially, my expectations are very high. But that's just me. If you want to marry for love, you do you. But I need a nigga who gonna swipe that visa, cause I got needs. What is more difficult in your experience, Earth Sun men or Earth Moon men? Um, I would say Earth Sun men would probably be worse. Um, and I mean, I don't honestly, I actually don't mind Earth sign men, just as a whole. Um, just because, like, the downsides of a lot of Earth energy could be stubbornness, or I mean, they can be kind of tyrannical, especially if we're talking Taurus. They can be controlling. They can be kind of dogmatic. I get that. But at the same time, though, like, I personally like more grounded, mellow individuals. So regardless as to whether it's in the sun or in the moon, like, I feel like I would talk to both equally. Like, I would entertain, like, I've entertained Earth Sun men, Earth Moon, Earth Venus men. I can't really think about too many horrible drawbacks. Not like you could with, you know, other elements. What aspects point to escapism? Look at Neptune. Anywhere like negative aspects to Neptune, especially if we're talking about like to Mercury or something. Um, you know, prominent Piscean energy. That's 12th house energy all day. Escapism. Like Mercury in opposition to Neptune. I see that one really big. And like a lot of addicts and stuff. But also, as y'all just seen with NBA YoungBoy and somebody else I was talking about, a lot of these little niggas be having suns squaring Neptune. So not only could that deal with like being institutionalized, but that could deal with like, you know, a lot of these little niggas be sipping lean and all. They be popping pills and some more shit. It's a Leo male with the Libra moon in the second house. I love money, so if somebody touch it, oh my god. That is my parents for real cold. Aries and Taurus are both misogynistic. Like the dark sided ones, anyway. I seriously hate how some mothers can treat male children better than female children. Mm-mm. They expect women to be traditional to the point where it's misogyny. Exactly. My parents want me to be in a relationship so bad, really. Tauruses can throw down in the kitchen. Facts. Cancers and Virgos can too. Have you ever took a Leo man's money? I don't do Leo men. I mean, I'm joking, but like I've had horrible experiences with Leo men, and I don't look forward to um another one again. So, but no, I haven't taken one money. Catch you at what bound? Oh, Earthbound. Uh huh. I see what you did. You believe NBA YoungBoy is a Pisces moon, not Aquarius. That would make his moon square Pluto. Yep. You must have just came in because we did his chart earlier. He is absolutely a Pisces moon. I mean, even that Pisces moon, that's another placement for escapism, addiction, jail, a nigga who just sneaky. I can't either, girl. I tricked their asses, got them not writing songs. Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya. I wanna put your legs around my waist and in my face. What movie is that from? uh, Rod Wave. Is that the nigga who sing I can't breathe? I'm not really into him, but sure. It was like a me talking about something when you and your PE class trying to run, your ass hit the I can't breathe. His big old butt. Yeah, I got it. Libras are always on Sag dick, so our Sages are always on Leo P. I don't know about that. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's my fault. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. It's just, I don't know. Y'all like him like that? That nigga don't be hitting like that for me. Y'all know who I've been listening to? Well, yeah, I didn't listen to his music online before, but I still ain't over Jacquees. I don't care if he's 5'2" and all his notes be flat. I like Jacquees. E e e e e e e e. It's like he can sing, but he can't sing at the same time. If that makes sense. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So, what is the backstory on Rod Wave? All of his notes are flat. It's like it's like if he can sing, but he can't sing. I've never heard no person who can sing and can't sing at the same time. Cause it be like it sounds good, especially when he got production and like he knows how to make a song. That nigga can make a song. But like when you hear him, it just be like, hey, oh, I don't know. It just hold on, let me see if I can play us him singing. Cause it be like sounding right, but it don't at the same time. Yes, hit the like button, guys. Real. I know you wanna see. I know you wanna be in my BD, grinding slowly. See, you said all right here. So baby, let it snow. Woo 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 woo. Hey, lovely, I can give you space. Head your way. How long it'll take for you to get ready? Listen, this nigga, his notes be all over the place. Like he be all over, like all off key. Like what is the proper key that you're supposed to be singing in? The way, I know that it's hey, that it's hey, and but when you hear it, I'm not gonna cap. So he got some fire ass music. It's just I don't know. I can't really. I don't understand. It's a mystery to me. He sings in the same key. Don't just sit here in silence. So y'all get it? Y'all hear it? It's like it's not bad. See, it's not bad. It's like he's holding the note, but it's like it's off though. It's like nigga, you can sing, but like I'm still a little confused. But he's an Aries sun, Mercury, and I think Venus. He's an Aries stellium, put it like that. And so, needless to say, he don't give a fuck. You know, an Aries gonna be like, oh, really? Okay, well, allow me to do it even more. Like he don't care. And I mean, believe it or not, he's taking the like even through him remixing songs, he's still been able to like add his own originality to it because you know Aries are very original. They're very original. And he's a Scorpio North Node, so like technically in this lifetime he's supposed to collaborate with others and you know. But that also deals with why you have people who really like him and then who just really hate him because a lot of Scorpio North Nodes can just be easily hated. So and I think fucking with LMA, who's also a Scorpio, she's actually a Scorpio stellium. And so him and that issue he got into it with her, I think that was a very karmic one. And I think it was one that forced him to have to, like it activated that Scorpio North node where you just got to realize everybody not gonna like you. I haven't on Scissor, but I can. She's so annoying. I don't like her. I don't like that bitch. All right, I will. Like I said, not tonight though, but I'll make it an upload. Cause actually, I'm finna go to sleep. Well, I ain't finna go to sleep. Let me quit lying. But I'm about to log off on y'all. Met her in the club, popping bottles, showing love. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love. VIP, we got it packed. This is where the party at. You're the one I wanna know. That's my shit. I like that mixtape that he did with Dej Low. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That shit went in. Right now, okay. Let me play my favorite Jacquees song. I don't think it's gonna get copyrighted because it was on the mixtape, so I might be safe. This is one of my favorite Jacquees songs, and it's so like honestly, if he would be 5 inches taller, I think he would be sexy. I think his appeal to me is the fact that he kind of reminds me of because he from Decatur, so he remind me of that Atlanta nigga, that Atlanta hood nigga who just know how to sing. And I love the way Atlanta niggas carry themselves. So like, yeah, he got that kind of drip for me that I like, but he's just so tiny. He's so tiny. We would definitely be giving Meg the Stallion and Tory Lanez. Saw you at the 4-way. Hey. 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 That ass got a round shape. Won't you bring that ass around? Hey. What? Hey. What? I'm still here. Yeah, scissors. She was tired of the lie about being pregnant. We did that shit in 90. Hell no. That was funny when they came out with that compilation of lies. Like, why are you lying, Scissor? Then I realized she was a Pisces moon. You know we never gave a fuck about it. Got Birdman in this bitch. Got it. No, that's the beat. Under your stunner, my name is Jacquees. I throw the roller up, feeling my skis. I took the top in the doors out the Jeep. I got my hand on her ass, not her feet. She call me that when I'm giving a D. One in the shoulder, no one in the Good night, Patricia. She jacking my D. Cause I'm gangsta, nigga. It's too gangsta, nigga. Yeah. Both sides, I'm gonna have to listen to that. I'm too gangsta, nigga. I like Won't Turn It Down. With Chris Brown and Jacquees. Okay. She created a whole medical condition to explain how her pain and freckles were real. Child. I'm too gangsta, nigga. That's actually some Pisces shit. All right, and Birdman's gonna run the song from here, so we'll go ahead and turn it off. But yeah, she probably do. I'm sure she does. She's a Scorpio sun, Pisces moon. Absolutely. So that concludes this live stream. I enjoyed you guys hanging out with me per usual. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Good night.